Hey there guys, Blue Sword here, and today I'm going to show you my vending machine. This is a really cool thing I made, and it vends out 4 items. You can do it all at once, or you can do one at a time. Right now we got carrots selected, so let's see how this thing works. All you got to do is select your item that you want vended, put in any block, and right away it'll shoot out the item that you've selected. And this uses a bud system. Boom. So that allows you to use pretty much any block except for obsidian or bedrock, which can't be moved with the pistons. Was that a watermelon? Let me check. And you can also use redstone dust. Yes, it was. Redstone dust, carpet, snow. Boom. Yeah. So you can put any items that you want in here and have it vend out for you. So you can have your own very own vending machine in your game. This is the Xbox version, so you probably could use less items or different items in a PC version, or I don't know, vanilla. Yeah, so they all work, and you can do more than one at a time. Boom. I think this is really cool, and you can make one of these in your world. I'm going to show you how to make one of these right now. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a nap real quick just so the sun can come back up here. So I'm gonna build. I'm gonna show you the basic building parts of a vending machine, and then I'm gonna show you my other designs later on. So first, we're gonna make a bud. Yeah, let me erase this, reselect everything, so I don't have stuff I don't want, and I can show you a lot better. There's a basic building material. You can use any building material you want, and we're gonna use a regular piston, sticky piston, redstone torch, repeater, a lever, or a lever, dispenser, redstone dust, of course, and that should be it for now. And we're going to make a bud. We're going to make it out here. So first, make a block for your piston to sit on top of. Put a redstone torch right underneath it, and then have a repeater 1 block up on the side. I'm sure it can be on the left side or the right side of the torch, and then have a trail of redstone dust leading to your piston. Here we go. That should yeah, that should activate it. Okay, and yeah, I have to put a block here. There we go. It activates it. That's the first part of it. The next part is basically that works right there, but you need the block to get pushed back towards this first piston. So we're gonna make another redstone dust trail going in this direction, and then we're gonna make an input output block that turns the output into, if the output is, or sorry, if the input's on, the output's off. If the input's off, the output is on. So yeah, basically it looks like that. And then we'll trail this. There we go, that should work. Back in this direction, put a block, and then another piston on top of that. Ooh. And then put a block right here as your keystone, and you have made yourself a block updating detector device. Block updating detector, I think it was. So the way a block updating detector works is basically whenever you put a block, and in this case I do any block, in, touching this piston, it reacts to it, and it activates the redstone dust and the left and the right and everywhere. It causes it to activate. And this, as I'm sure, has many applications right here. There we go. It's sort of this thing that does something, and it's like, what can I use this for? I used it for making a vending machine. In most vending machines, that I've heard of or seen, um, you only use sand or gravel, which uh, you use sand or gravel, and it's only because um, sand and gravel uh, are affected by gravity. Those are the only ones that are affected by gravity. And you can't use any other blocks because no other blocks fall when you place them. But with the bud, you can use any blocks except for obsidian, because you don't want your stuff to jam up. It's just, it'll work once and that's it, and then you have to destroy it, and that'll take forever. Of course, if you want to cheat the system, but obsidian doesn't work for this system because you won't be able to place another block in the slot. So let's see if I had obsidian here. There's some obsidian, and I place it here. Oh, see? Yeah, and then you won't be able to place another one right there. You'd have to destroy this one first. um, and bedrock. You don't want to use bedrock. The same story goes for the bedrock. Is it won't move. It'll just stay right there. So what I'm making right now is a selection grid. Um, and right now I'm not putting any pictures. You can put pictures right above it of the item that you have connected with your selection grid. Sorry about that. Um, but basically the selection grid, all it consists of is a lever that activates a piston. And the best way, let's see, the best way to continue a circuit is to, I'm sorry, this is not the best way, but the best way that I found in my search so far as a redstone uh, student is the pistons. The pistons. Come on, there we go. Bam. And I use regular pistons, but we're gonna use sticky pistons so that the block comes back to you. Oh, what happened? I must have destroyed it without even noticing. Boom. So this is supposed to help complete a circuit. So we'll have a redstone dust trail leading upward to a platform that we're going to make right now. And that's going to help complete the circuit. No, lower. There we go. It's going to help complete the circuit so that your item can be vended. So this is, I mean, this is really simple. I think the only complicated thing is putting it all together. There we go. That'll work. There we go. We just connect these two. Wow, this is an even simpler one that I made from the last 4 some odd times. So take the redstone dust from your bud system, and it should be the off section. So you can take it from any of these sections, so you can see that you can actually start making like a panel in this, or you can make this thing in this direction, any direction really. But I thought this would be simpler going in this direction. Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to let you guys know. Depending on the design that you guys want out of your vending machine, because that's another thing that'll determine how you build it. Like this is a very simple design, um, and it's a very simple build because I'm not really caring about the end result of it. When it came to this machine right here, just real quick, this is one of my favorite ones. The design was a little harder to do because I was trying to compact it into this space, and the reason why I was trying to compact it into the space was because I wanted it to look like this. I wanted the dispense area right here in the middle. I wanted the coin thing. To be honest, I would have wanted the coin thing. Was it below this and this a little bit higher? But you wouldn't be able to reach it as a regular person. And I wanted the grid, the selection grid, to be, like this. 2 on a side. And if you want it to look a certain way, of course it's going to be harder to mold it into that certain way, in the back mechanical part of everything. So I'm starting to think I might have a problem with this. Let's take a quick look. I'm going to add a little bit of redstone. Yeah, see, it's not touching. It's not touching this. um, It's not completing. Oh, that's why. Maybe. Well, no, it wouldn't do that. Let's check. I'm actually supposed to be using a repeater on that side. So I'm sorry. Let me quickly do this and then lift this up real quick. Here we go. Boom. So this is how it's supposed to work. Your lever is supposed to be selected. The piston pushes that block upward, and then supposed to the power from the redstone dust is supposed to connect through this block into the repeater. Yeah, it's a repeater. Sometimes I say resistor, and there's no such thing as a resistor in Minecraft. And it's supposed to complete it, but since the dust is leading in this direction, it's not. So I'm trying to think if I put it over this thing, if I put a block over this, so you have to tweak your own little bits here, it might be activated by this. I'm sure it'll be activated by this, so we can actually test it and make sure. Put some redstone dust, activate it real quick. There you go. Nope, wrong one. Yeah, see, it gets activated. You don't want that, or else it'll flare it off and you'll get a selection you didn't want. So let's try and create a particularly odd design for this. Here we go. No, actually, I think I had that one right. And it's becoming nighttime. Here we go. So we're gonna trail this in here. I wonder if that'll work right there. See, my redstone dust experience is a little old here. I don't remember all these pistons, and I don't think it activated it. No, it didn't. So let's keep designing here. Let's keep going. Destroy this and put another one right here, and this should work. There we go. That'll most definitely work. So sorry about that. There we go. And the repeater turned on, and it turned on again. So for all three of these, we're going to do the same thing. Connect a trail of redstone dust leading from the bud to, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have to have this last bit. It's going to get destroyed anyways. To the piston, and when you select it from the selection grid, the piston will shoot the block up, completing the trail. And now we're going to put our dispensers right here, and we're going to make it on the same level. Yeah, we'll make it on the same level. It's just the simplest design right here. And let me drink. You know what? No, let me go to sleep real quick. Let me go to sleep real quick so that the sun goes down. I mean, sun comes up. Um, Another thing that you put into mind when you're designing your vending machine, just like the look of it, you also want to decide, what do you want as your currency. I use blocks. It's all blocks, but you can use just redstone dust. Redstone dust, carpet. You don't have to use just blocks. So I'll show you that later. But when it comes to using block currency, you have to create a system in which the blocks get pushed around, or hopefully you can destroy them. Sorry about that. Let's put your dispensers here. Another thing, space them out, of course, or else if you don't, it'll connect. The redstone dust will connect, and that'll just start flaring things once again. Well, actually, you know what? This stuff can connect, but for designing purposes, or for displaying purposes. So let's trail these over to the dispensers. There we go. This is coming along pretty nicely here. And each one is spaced out one bit. Oh. The more and more I build these vending machines over and over again, the more, the easier it becomes. And this one is built pretty easily. Let's select something to put inside here. Let's do some drinks. We'll do some water. You know what? Let's not do drinks, because drinks, you don't get much drinks out of that. So let's do something else. Let's do stuff for animals. Let's do some wheat. There we go, 64. So you can dispense it over and over and over. What else? Pigs love carrots. So I guess we're doing carrots again. What else? Let's see, sheep like wheat. Fish. Cats love fish. And we'll do wheat, carrots. Oh, sorry, fish, I guess, and then carrots, and one water, so I can get rid of that. Let's trail it. Reselect everything here, or everything we need. Redstone dust, and let's trail it to its corresponding. Boom. Dispenser here, and we'll be done in just 1, 2. Here we go. Alright, so let's see, we got this one selected, it's down for select, and up for don't select, and this is where the whole pick 1 or pick 2 or pick 3 and it gets selected. I'm sure there's a way that you can make it a circuit of some sort so that you can't do that. I wanted to make different types. This is the simplest vending machine I've actually made. But I've wanted to make more complicated ones that would probably take a lot longer. Let's do, there we go. Perfect. And it pops out wheat. So when you do that, I forgot where I put everything. We can actually use that wheat and put a little display here. And that one is wheat. And then we'll do, here we go. We'll do these two. Should be fish, and I forgot. Let's take this away and it activates it. Fish and carrots. Oh, I must have carrots in my pocket. Always carry carrots in your pocket. Put some frames up. Oh, I didn't even, let's just go over here and see. Fish, and then the other one should be carrots. Let's check. Fish. Activate it. Fish should pop out. There you go. You have yourself a vending machine. Now, everything else is just extra. Basically, you have your vending machine, but as you can see, this is still here, and it looks kind of odd. With this system I got over here, you're only allowed to use redstone dust, carpet, snow, anything besides blocks that can be just laid out, torches. But I've created a system in which it gets destroyed. There you go. It's no longer there. You have a clean slate. You can just keep placing things down. Same thing with this. You can put a piston under here. Lower. Let's destroy this here. You're going to want to use a sticky piston, block, and redstone dust, which I have. Put that there. Put a block right there. And connect this part right here. You can connect any part of this, but this is the closest part. And it's coming outward, which is kind of ruining your display area, which this is only for video purposes anyways. Oh yeah, and you're going to want to put a output reversal block, redstone torch, which reverses the output from the input. And hopefully this goes, it doesn't. Now it does. There we go. So we've just created a sort of destroying mechanism for your carpet or redstone dust. That was easy. The harder ones, that's pretty much done right there, so we're going to leave that alone and check out my other designs. The harder ones are basically the blocks, and you can probably guess why. You have to find a way to destroy them or move them aside. There we go. This one, I have a system set up to where it takes you can actually think of it more like a vending machine, because eventually the vending machine gets filled with quarters, and you can't it can't vend anymore. It's just like, I think that's when it says it's out of order. Someone has to come and fix it. Same thing with this one, is that it'll get to the point where well, this piston will get to the point where it can't push anymore, and then the blocks will push further down to these two pistons, and those ones will fill up. So this one has quite a ways until it needs to be serviced. I'm sure there's a way that I haven't created one where you can destroy the blocks after they're finished, after they've been filled up, or it trails upward into a box of obsidian like that one over there. And there's some device that has TNT or lava or firing system that burns them all, and you'll never have to see those blocks again. You can put a sign saying only wood blocks. So that'd be pretty cool. Here we go. It's going to push it even further down, and it'll continue the cycle until it has to push it to the third one. So that's a way that you can deal with those blocks. And I, of course, connected that to the bud system. Trailed three different, very close to each other. I've trailed three different trails of redstone dust. This is my first vending machine, and same idea. Pistons. Uh, the bud is activating this trail, leading to these circuits, lines, and this thing is a circuit, but leading to these lines of redstone, and then if it's activated like this one is, it'll complete the circuit along this trail to this dispenser, which pops out mushrooms. Is that a mushroom? That doesn't look like a mushroom. It looks weird. Or it's got a number over it. 2, 5. Okay, there we go. That's why it looks weird. This is very crudely put together. It's not simple at all, as you can see, compared to the last one I made. This one's really small, and this one's about the same size. And so, depending on how you want to design it, it can be like this. What is this? About 7 by 20, something like that, by 3. That's not bad, by 3. Um, so that's where pick those up. That's where your own personal design comes into play. You know, you want something looking like this. The look goes into the design of it, and I'm pretty sure there's a better way to build this particular design. You know, the look on the outside to the design on the inside. It's all over the place. This one has the same idea for the blocks. It just pushes it up until it can't push up anymore. Um, Luckily, it doesn't pop through the roof and expose itself. The dispensers are set up vertically, all 4 of them, and I had to connect the selection grid to the dispensers, and that was very difficult. And I wanted the dispensers like that because I wanted um, not a long slot. I wanted a 2 square slot right here, so all the items just pop out from this slot. What did I select? Baked potato. So I think that's pretty cool. That's what I wanted it to look like, and because of that, I had to pay for it. This one was my first one. This one was just all experimental. Why isn't this working? Why isn't that working? Um, oh wow, look at that. Bunch of mushrooms. I wanted 8. I only got 4, and I figured that out because um, redstone dust is just in the way. It's all in the way. Go sleep real. No, not bedtime yet, I guess. Um, this one, it has a system in which same thing as the one that we made over there. It shifts it downward in order to destroy whatever you put in there. And oh, I didn't have anything selected. I guess not. And that's it. Same thing. It's just the pistons that pop up and complete the circuit. The bud activates everything connected to a dispenser. You put anything you want in these things, um, and it'll just vend it out. Food, items, anything you want. Um, you know, service them afterwards. After a while, they'll need some servicing. Refill the dispensers, and have fun with it. You know, try and create some really cool looking designs. I wanted mine to look like a vending machine, but you could also make one that has it's a watermelon. You can have one that has glass in front of it. This is the regular texture pack, so it's kind of fogs up with the pixels in the way. Uh, use glass, use maybe space. I'm not too sure what else you can use. You can add anything you want to it, like water, so that you don't have to have a completely vertical dispensing system. You can have water that'll push it outwards. So you just tweak your own little your own little thing to the way you want it to look and the way you want it to work. The way you want it to look and the way you want it to work. Those are the two biggest things in here. And of course the bud. Don't forget the bud. That's something that you need to make. There's a bunch of different designs online that you can find for your buds. This is one that I found and I picked, and it works pretty well. You can make it so that it takes blocks, make it so that it takes anything you want, and just have fun with it. And I hope this was a really inspirational video, and I hope you guys make your own vending machines, because it's very simple and it's very fun to have a vending machine in your world. Invite your friends and say, hey, look, check out this vending machine that I made. Or I'm really hungry. Let's go eat, guys. I know a great place. It's called a vending machine, and put your own little design on the front, and man, people will think that's really cool. So hopefully this was very fun for you to watch. Comment, like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to make a whole bunch of these. This video took a little bit, but it was very complicated to figure out this redstone system. So hopefully I'll see you guys again real soon, and have a good one.